Good morning. So today I want to talk to you about the Mooncup. This is a Mooncup. It's basically a new way of, how can I put it, collecting your menstrual flow, I suppose. I read an article online about it and then I did a bit of research into it. The idea is that it's reusable. It's actually made of silica, comes in a pretty little bag, so which means you can keep it in your handbag or your purse and carry it around with you. And this is the size of it. Now this is a size A. If you do a bit of research you'll find there's a size A and a size B. This is actually a size A. Now I've actually already trimmed mine. It actually comes with a little stem, as you can see, and the stem originally is down to about there. And I've already cut some of my stem off, but actually I'm probably going to cut it off a little bit further. Now obviously this goes internally. As you can see, it collects the menstrual fluid inside, and then the idea is that you empty it every 4 to 6 hours. Now all I've done so far is a couple of what I call dry runs. So first sort of weekend I got it, I didn't read the instructions, so don't do that. Read the instructions first. And I tried inserting it, and yeah, not very successful. The second time I did actually read the instructions, and that helped a lot. Basically you fold it, so you put your finger on the edge of the cup and you push it down so it goes inwards, and then you squeeze the top together. It's a little bit fiddly, and then you hold it at the bottom like that, so then it becomes that sort of shape. So it's about half the size, and basically it goes up. Now, the idea is that you wet it. So you wet it under a tap, or obviously you can use some lubricant, but make sure that it's okay with the silica. And then you can insert it. And basically, once it's inside you, it pops open and it forms a little seal. And the idea is that all your natural bodily functions go on as normal. So no, it doesn't fill up with urine, and all your normal bodily lubricants work naturally, and you know, everything goes on as normal. It's meant to be better health-wise, as I said, this little cup is meant to hold sort of 4 to 6 hours worth of bleeding. And then when you come to empty it, the idea is that you follow your finger up the stem, and as I said, I've already inserted this twice, so I kind of know where it sits inside myself, and it is quite low down. And this bit at the moment I can feel, so I'm actually going to trim this off, and just maybe leave a tiny little bit so I can feel the base of the cup. And the idea is that when you come to remove it, you squeeze the base. And actually I've heard this myself, and that sort of breaks the seal of the cup. So you squeeze the base, and then basically you squat and you sort of push downwards with your pelvic floor muscles, and you sort of ease it out. And it does come out quite easily. And then the idea is that you obviously empty it, rinse it, or clean it out with a bit of paper tissue, and then pop it back in again. So that's the idea behind it. Now, as I said, I haven't used it yet with my menstrual cycle. I actually came on Wednesday. Today is Saturday, and I always use a good old tampon. I've tried various makes over the years, but I've always gone back to the well-known brand. I just find everything for me works a little bit better when I use the better quality product. I've also tried more expensive products, didn't get on with them. And I've also tried the ones that you insert with your finger, you know, without the tube, and I don't get on with them either. So it's a case of finding, you know, which tampon you get on with. I particularly like this brand, and this is the brand I've always stuck to, and I've been using these since I was about 15, so I sort of know what I'm going on about. But what I don't like about this is towards the end of your period they can be very uncomfortable to remove. So that's hence why I'm thinking about going on to this. But as I said, I haven't been brave enough to try this yet at the start of my period, because obviously first couple of days your period's very, very heavy, and I was kind of a bit worried with work and everything else. I didn't really want the hassle of not getting on with this. So I thought if I tried it at the weekend, I could see how I got on, and then I can persevere with it a bit more. Otherwise I might give up with it, and I don't want to give up with it because I think it's a really good idea. And I'm really intrigued to see how it works and how it feels and how easy it is to use. So that's where we are at the moment. This is the Mooncup. I think there are other makes on the market, but obviously this is the well-known make. This is the original make, I think. It works out at about £20. Mine cost about £20 including postage. I think if you buy it direct, I think it's £20 plus postage. But I bought it from a health shop online and got it a little bit cheaper. It comes with a whole sort of thing of instructions, which, as I said, I do recommend you do read it. And I don't recommend, as I said, you go straight into using it straight away, because if you remember what it was like when you got your first period and you were trying out new things, it was tricky. It took you a little while. I mean, I remember it took me ages to get used to using a tampon. So just persevere with it if you're thinking about giving it a go. I've read a lot of reviews online, and about 90% of people, women obviously, get on with it. Only about 10% of women don't get on with it. So that's pretty good odds for me, which is why I'm giving it a go. So here we are. This is, as I said, as I haven't tried it while I've got my period. I'm going to try it today. It's Saturday morning, and I will do a review and let you know how I get on with it and what I think. But as I said, hopefully, fingers crossed, I'm going to get on with it, because these last, well, I did read a review of a lady who's had hers for about 10 years, so 20 quid for 10 years use is not bad, and it also means you'll be helping the environment, not flushing these down the old toilet, which is not good for the environment, or sticking them in a bag and sticking them in your bin. Whatever you do with them, it's not good. Plus, saving yourself a bit of money, because these are pretty expensive. I mean, I go through a fair few packets of these every month, so yeah, we shall see. Anyway, fingers crossed, and I'll let you know how I get on, and that's the Mooncup, and I'll see you all soon. Mooncup, tampon, Mooncup, tampon. We'll see. I'll speak to you soon. Bye.